All right, Adol. The entrance to the abandoned mine is next to the quarry storehouse at the bottom of that first vertical shaft. I'll go on ahead and get the door open since the lock's kind of tricky. Get your stuff together and meet me there, okay? Are you sure that's wise, Dewey? Monsters aside, remember, the quarry's off limits right now if McGuire's men catch you there. It won't be a problem. I'll bring Paul and Ricardo for manpower, and we'll be in and out before anyone's the wiser. Got it, Adol? Don't keep us waiting. You know where we'll be, so hurry up. All right, now we are in control inside of Redmont once more. Took a while, but we made it back. Let's talk to Edgar to start. Investigating the old mine as thoroughly as you'll need to be to... Let's start again. Investigating the old mine as thoroughly as you'll need to will be no easy task. It's not much, but please take this and use it to temper your equipment. You'll need every advantage you can get. And we get 20 more Reval ore. Very nice. I will take it. Now, unfortunately, the PSP version has a way of getting more, but that's not going to be available for me. I'll point out when we get there. But 20 for now is nice. Be careful down there. Don't take unnecessary risks. Up to 69 Reval ore. The entrance to the abandoned mine is next to the quarry storehouse at the bottom of the strip mining chamber. Dewey and the others should be waiting there for you. Watch your back, Adol. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Anybody back here? Nope. Alright, so. Let's dash everywhere. Let's head up front first. My son and his idiot friends have gone to the quarry to open up... Wait, I think I gave him a high voice. My son and his idiot friends have gone to the quarry to open up the abandoned mine for you. Make sure you thank them. That shaft was sealed up back when I was still head miner. After we exhausted all the ore, the place became a death trap. Lots of hollow rock and pitfalls and such, and rotten wood now, I surmise. Do remember that mural, though. We had no idea what it was, so we felt it best to let sleeping dogs lie and kept our distance. You know, now that I think about it. Nah, couldn't be. Just ignore this babbling old man, if you would. And he just says the same thing. Let's head in here. Talk to Harold. So, is it true that Chester's gone to work for the Count? I can't believe someone of his moral standards would ever serve under such a corrupt man. He used to be Mayor Edgar's aide. The two of them were like kindred spirits. And he always detested the Count, even more than the rest of us. Elena and Edgar must both have been mortified to learn of this. Mayor Edgar was like a father to him, and Elena, raising them ever since they were brought here as orphans. And you only have the one thing. It is just a little bit, but it is more. Let's start actually at the church. What do you do? Let's talk to Antonio. Apparently, the local Lord of Felghana is a nobleman from the Roman Empire. I'd love to have a Roman noble sponsor my work here, but I know next to nothing about Count McGuire. His name has never once come up back in Rome. Reval aside, Felghana is really a pretty remote, inconsequential place when it comes right down to it. Something tells me that he wasn't stationed here for the glory. How much does he want? Oh, you have it? Will you sell me 50 hunks of Reval ore for 2,500 gold? Not right now, no. Well, there's always next time, I suppose. For you, anyway. Let's head into the church. Almighty God, please deliver me from temptation, guide my path straight and true, and grant mercy upon the innocent. Lord, Adol? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. I was in the middle of my prayers. If you're here to keep me apprised of things, I'm afraid you're too late. Bishop Nicholas has already filled me in. The situation certainly has gotten quite out of hand. I simply don't understand why the Count would take Father Pierre prisoner. I hope no harm comes to him. And Chester, how could he commit such vile acts? I'm sorry, please excuse me. I lost my composure for a moment. We need to be very careful out there, Adol. Something is happening to Felghana. Something most unholy. I can feel it. At least we can count on Bishop Nicholas to get Father Pierre back for us. I have nothing but faith in him. There's something unholy is happening around here. Alright, so... do I want to check... Who do I want to check in with? I think... Yeah, I don't necessarily want to leave just yet. But... I do want to talk... Oh, the door is locked up tight. Cannot check in with Helena. So we will head down here. And see what people are up to toward the beginning of town. Toward the front. I looked out my window and saw the miners leaving town a short while ago. The quarry's been closed, so I can't imagine where they were all going. I know the quarry is important to the town, but I just don't like it. I don't like the quarry. I don't like the people who work in it. Well, kind of mean, but okay. You have anything more to say? I should probably check again. Please, just leave me be. Or she could say I'm bothering her. That's also a possibility. You know that island out in Sienna Bay? There used to be a small village there a long time ago, but one day some kind of epidemic broke out, and that was the end of them. Isn't that just horrible? Really makes you think. You never know what tomorrow may bring. There was once a thriving civilization out on that island in Sienna Bay. A small one, mind you, but still. Then one day some kind of epidemic broke out, and that was the end of them. Really makes you think, doesn't it? Sure. Alright, so we can talk to the drunk. This is Randolph. I went to the castle to sign up for service, but there was a white knight there who turned me away at the gate. That little Ponce had a hell of an attitude. Thought he was the cat's meow or something. Smug bastard. And he wasn't the only one, no sirree. Before he showed up, some other soldier boy kept trying to turn me away. Guess he couldn't handle me alone. Ha! Told them both where they could go and what they could do there. Then I left. I may not look it, but I actually worked as a mercenary in Garmon before I came here. You know, you seem like you've been around your fair share of the world too. Am I right? Probably heard all manner of mercenary stories from all over Europe then. There was this one guy, no matter how overwhelming the odds may have been, if he was with you, you won, period. Here he calls this place his home, which is part of why I came. Been keeping an eye out for him, but no luck so far. His name is, hell, it's on the tip of my tongue. Beargrard, Barrowitz. It's Bear something. Bear, it's cold in here? Ha! What was I saying again? So it's Bearhard, I think it was, or Bearguard. It was Doji's master, that I remember. Let's talk to Margot. You know, try as I might, I just can't bring myself to believe all the rumors floating around about Chester. He and Elena first came here over 12 years ago. Mayor Edgar took them in since they'd lost both their parents. Since all they had was each other, more or less, Chester was always really good to Elena. Always looked out for her. He was a clever young man and really knew his way around a sword. Sometimes helped Edgar with his duties, too. He once told me he was going to make this town great just so he could shock the hell out of Doji when he came back. I believe Chester would make us proud someday. Keep hoping he'll change his mind about all this nonsense and come back home to Elena. Yeah. Same thing. And then Joel here. If you are playing the PSP version, he'll give you 12 more Revalor, which would be nice, but I'm not playing the PSP version. Fine mess we've got here in Felghana now. Chester's the big shocker for me. He's had a dignified air about him ever since he was a child. We always suspected that he might be the son of a nobleman or some such thing, but there's nothing noble about Maguire. Doji, on the other hand, was a total mess as a child, and look at him now! Though I suppose I can't really compare, since I know nothing at all about Chester's life before Redmont. The events of his distant past could hold the missing puzzle piece that gives valid context to all his actions. But then, what do I know? The more I think about it, the more I realize just how pointless it is to think about it. Right. So, no Revalor from him. Would have been great. 12 more, but nothing. Nobody hanging out up in the rooms in the inn. It's a little bit harder for me to get into doors these days thanks to the dashing, but Still wouldn't trade it for anything. Like, where are all the people here in Redmont? Is the guard still out front? Let's talk to him. Let's talk. Hey, Adol, heard you were heading into the dark depths of the old abandoned mine. The adventurer types certainly are a crazy bunch. Just keep talking on. What the hell was that? You just keep taking on one quest after another, helping anyone and everyone. It's positively inspirational. There it is again. Gonna be crazy down there, though, I'll bet. I mean, the quarry's monster infested to begin with, but the abandoned... Stop it, game. But the abandoned mine's been untouched by human hands for many, many years. Don't let your guard down. All right, let's just leave because this screen keeps on glitching out on me. Let's avoid that for now. Let me talk to the kids. Come on, Hugo, hurry up! Remember, you're the daddy, okay? I'll be the mommy, and the Pickards will be our cute little babies. That's all you have to say. Heh, cute, aren't they? It's my job to take care of these here Pickards, and I'm proud to say that they've never once gotten sick on my watch. I'll take my job seriously like an adult. That's all you had to say. I feel like there's a lot of people that were here in town that I'm not talking to this time. But at this point, we want to head back to the store. We'll talk to Cynthia first. Since the monster started showing up, hardly anyone ever comes here anymore. Foreign trade has all but ceased. Now that the quarry shut down on top of it all, we can no longer mine for Revalor, our primary export. With both supply and demand at a standstill, I fear it won't be long before we simply run out of merchandise to sell. Adonis seems totally oblivious to the danger we're in, too. I wish he'd show some semblance of concern. Well, let's buy some equipment. I should have enough for the plate mail. Easily afford that one. Increases our defense from 120 to 126. Plate mail, forged from solid sheets of metal. Extremely sturdy. Hooray! That's good enough for now. Do I want any of the items? What do you have? Nothing I can really afford. The Catal Elixir permanently raises max HP. I'll want that, but I can't get it. And then the Spirit's Necklace has an instant revive. Works once. I'll want that eventually, but right now, everything else is more important. Let's talk to Adonis. So, Chester's gone to work for the Count, has he? Guess I misjudged him. Never thought he'd just toss his sister aside like that, much less to serve as lapdog for someone like McGuire. Guess all that really matters to him in the end is status and prestige. Alright, let's get some equipment tempered in a bit, actually, because I need to, you know, actually equip the thing. There we go. So everything's up to level 1. Hooray! Yeah, we're gonna want to temper these. So I should be able to temper 2. What do I want to temper, though? Let's temper the broadsword. I feel like my defense is pretty good for now, and I just need more offense. So let's max out the broadsword. I'm not sure it's necessarily worth it, but we'll do it that way. And I think that's all that I wanted to do. So let's head out of here. Ooh, fancy. And let's head away from the glitchy screen to the travel monument here, where we can hear a girl's voice. Adol, please, wait! Thank goodness I caught you. I wanted to apologize for what Chester did, I mean. I know it's a little comfort, but he's my brother, and I felt I should give you something as an apology on his behalf. And we've acquired the Winged Talisman. This thing is awesome. It's a family heirloom of sorts. Adoptive family heirloom, anyway. Full of spiritual energy. Supposedly, if you envision one of the old travel monuments while stroking its feathers, you'll be sent right there. Think of it as a very useful good luck charm. As for me, I'll be alright. I've been contemplating all the horrible things my brother's been doing, and I know I should be angry with him, and I am, don't get me wrong. But no matter what, he's still my brother. I'll always love him just the same. He's the only true family I have. So like I said, I'll be alright. I don't know if I got through to him or not. I just know that I want all this to stop. He's putting himself and everyone else in such danger. Oh, Adol. If you see my brother again on your travels, would you please tell him something for me? Don't go out of your way to find him, of course. I just mean if you cross paths again. Tell him I said thank you for the pendant. Adol silently nodded his consent. I appreciate it, Adol. I'm such a mess. Crying doesn't help anything. You're headed to the abandoned mine, right? Please, be extra careful. For me, okay? Alright, so let's head back. What's with the glitches here? Seriously. We have the travel monument here. I should point out, though, that we do have... Yeah, we do have a side quest that is available to us at this point. I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss it, but I believe the trigger is going back to the mine, which we will avoid for the time being. We have one more thing to go over in the character menu. Well, not the character, the monster menu. We have Gyalva, Lord of the Blazing Prison. Lord of the Blazing Prison, a great flying dragon which has long held the duty of eliminating those who attempt to escape from the lava pits. It attacks with flaming breath and powerful body charges, guardian of the sunset statue. So we're getting there. 5 out of 6, 4, 5 out of 15. So we're a third of the way through the game according to how many bosses we've taken on. But like I said, we have a side quest to take care of, and we will take care of that next time. That is going to do it for these parts of Let's Play East, the Oath in Felghana. Hope you guys have enjoyed these parts. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.